Interesting. Because the Coddle can also deal with the Axe nicely. Blinding Light can be brutal against anything. But you want to put the Coddle against the Wraith King here. I dare say the Coddle's pretty great against Wraith King. Chakra Magic, oftentimes, it's just not used as an offensive spell. But against Wraith King, particularly with taking away his mana, it's kind of good. The fact that it doesn't come with a stun, like Mana Leak, makes it a much weaker skill, but just being able to stop Wraith King is fantastic here. So, it's a good ability. The Will-O-Wisp is fantastic. The Blinding Light can be really brutal against early melee heroes. Only issues, of course, are lack of stuns in your supports. But Coddle has an ultimate that stuns, and Lich has a Sinister Gaze, so it's okay. Now that you see the Coddle, how do you take advantage of this? You need to pick up your second support here. Actually, not minding a Shadow Shaman. Seeing as Coddle is practically food against a Shaman. Especially if you go for an early Blink. Under the same vein, you have a Lion or a Lina that would also work out. I don't mind the Bane for them as well. Or a classic FNG pick, the Shadow Demon. In combination with Mirana is a bit too good. Yeah, and then you can actually deal with the Coddle okay. I was thinking of heroes that can kind of harass him in lane. Shadow Demon probably the best. You offer a lot of magical damage with a Shadow Poison. You have just a decent amount of catch together with Shadow Demon Mirana. The Axe plus Shadow Demon is a good combination as well. You're good enough laner that Magnus and Coddle won't be able to get close to you. And the answer immediately by 178 is the CK. So, I would have rather seen a Naga, but CK deals better with the Axe. Especially in lane. He's probably one of the few melee laners that can do fine against an Axe. He is not too bothered by the Mirana. He can go Diffusal Blade. I've never seen CK Diffusal Blade, if I'm honest with you, but he can go for one to deal with the Wraith King. For now, both lineups looking quite solid. I would say maybe slightly favor for Gambit because they do have... Gambit has a lot of kill potential early. They have tons of stuns, great catch, an easy setup, and a good transition. So their lineup is, I would say, relatively easy to execute because your lanes are also quite good. As long as you get a Shadow Demon Mirana combo early, like 2 or 3 kills off that, then you're good to go, and Wraith King just needs to farm jungle until he's ready. 178, however, they have good lane matchups. With the CK versus Axe, so is the Coddle against the Wraith King, Lich against Axe as well. Ooh, now even a Viper, so they have very, very solid laning stage. And they're going to put pressure as soon as they get to the mid game, and they have enough, no, actually really good team fight to make this work. In addition to a Magnus allowing your CK to be stronger. And even the Viper Nether Toxin can be brutal against an Axe or a Wraith King. Losing your crit on Wraith King means no more damage, and losing your spin on Axe is massive. So, actually a very strong lineup at 178. Good draft. Whereas Gambit Esports, now that they see the Viper, how do you counter this? The traditional pick against Viper is either Razor or Sniper. I don't think Razor nowadays is that great against Viper, but that's one of the options. Thinking of all of the heroes... You look at physical damage heroes. You can go Monkey King as well, but that's pretty bad. Invoker, yeah. Invoker's another hero that can deal with a Viper somewhat. That has to be a Quaz Exort Invoker, however. Interesting here as the picks come out. Oh no, I think Gambit, jfshfh178, they did very well at countering the lanes for Gambit. They have a really solid draft and a very good transition to the mid game. In addition to a nice opening with a Magnus that allows CK to be even more impactful than he usually is. Gambit, however, have a lot of kill potential, and their roaming power is unparalleled. In addition to okay lanes mid, which allows your Viper to not be such a threat. And strong laners regardless of the potential counters, right? Axe and Wraith King won't hardcore lose their lane, and they can always go into the jungle anyway. It's all up to execution, but I wouldn't say that either team actually has the advantage here. the objectives are very different. Whereas 178 just want to get to the mid game pretty much unscathed and allow to just scale upwards with the CK also farming a bit. Gambit is looking much more for kills early. And while Gambit is an okay mid game, they're probably going to have to wait till the Radiance comes out on Wraith King. Almost forced to play a 3 Protect 2. Even with Invoker going for... Even if he goes for Quas Wex, it's different. But if he goes for Quas Exhort, which should be the build against a Viper, usually the better build, then you need to essentially protect him too. However, you have fantastic Sunstrike setups here. And Sunstrike is brutal. It will kill the Magnus, it will kill the Lich, it will kill the Caudal. It might even kill the Viper because it is pure damage, so... We'll see. We'll see.
Really now, you should have seen that coming.
One of my favorites.
So what if I swagger? I'll help my weak and puny allies where I
It does seem to be a Quas Wex Invoker instead, but with an early ring of Basilius to boost up his damage and outlast the Viper. That's the one option. That's why you go... The only reason why you go for Quas Exhort is that you ignore the Viper, and you just go for damage. Damage with the Force Spirits, damage with your Exhort Orbs, and you outlasted the Viper. It's perfectly doable. Viper has no way to last it effectively. Another Toxin can easily lead to denies for the Invoker, so it's good. If you go for Quas Wex, I think it suits the lineup better, in this case for Gambit, because you need a hero that can actually help you transition into the mid-late game. And with a Wraith King, that can't be your carry. It needs to be your mid laner. So Invoker can play much more as a Space Creator. So that's not bad. However, his laning stage will be a bit tougher against a Viper. Quas Wex Invoker usually likes to harass with Cold Snap and Tornado. Maybe EMP's fine, but Cold Snap Tornado not the greatest at harassing a Viper, who's gonna go for 2 points and cross the skin, if he's smart. Okay, that's early. Ooh, interesting. Chaos Bot level 1 from Palantimos. Threatening a potential kill. And they are going to be running a Magnus versus Wraith King completely alone, bottom. No Caudal around to help them. It's bad, he's already lost his skewer. He's going to try to TP. He will be successful in doing so. They got that extra stack, man. Nah, I still wouldn't have been killed. How much is the max damage you can do at level 1 with Shadow Poison? So 20, 40, 80, 160, 320. 320 damage is not bad. It's a hefty amount of damage, but it's definitely, like, for the mana commitment that you have to put in and all the hits you have to get, not that easy. 320 damage, however, on something like Bignum, ooh, that's good. Because he is incredibly vulnerable. There we go, 3 stacks. Currently it's 120. Missed the 4th. Can you get the 4th this time? Bignum's quite fast. No, you will not be able to. You're reset. You're at least getting Bignum out of the lane, which is beneficial to Gambit anyway. FNG knows what he's doing. He's used to playing the Shadow Demon. You are there's no way you're gonna lose this battle right now. Whereas a bit of a creep skipping goes wrong here for the Mirana. There you go, Bignum. Shadow Ward. Oh, skewer him back. Top lane, there's a fair amount of harassing going on by Sachlo against the Chaos Knight. He finally has the Chaos Strike, though, to heal back up. They should be able to just lane effectively now. It's very difficult to use the Battle Hunger effectively against them. Bottom lane, more harassment against the Magnus. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison, we see. Nothing further. As we continue to watch his top lane, which is effectively working for Sachlo right now. He is getting okay amount of farm, even if he can't beat this combination. Lich plus CK is tough to beat as an axe, unfortunately. They went to fully counter you, and Mirana is one of the worst lane supports there. FNG just commits suicide, no big deal. Actually, was he? Yeah, interesting. So he was trying to commit suicide to get back into the lane, but he wasn't trying to... He didn't want to give him golds, but he committed suicide with neutrals. Even though it takes longer if you commit suicide with neutrals early. We're just out of mana and wanted to recover. Still level 1. We'll TP right to line. In the middle lane, the Quaswex Invoker is unfortunately suffering against the Viper. He actually went for a point nether oh, no points in nether toxin. Points in poison attack instead. So much more lane dominating Viper as opposed to the typical farming Viper. And we'll talk about why in a second. Dream gets the crit there before as he dances around. In the top lane, they're going to catch the poor Axe. Satchel will be the next victim. Palantimos frosts him to death. Satchel trying to skip. Unsuccessful. So in the middle lane, you have a Viper that doesn't really need another Toxin. You're not going to outpush the lane against an Invoker. You don't need the lane control really against an Invoker because he lacks that too. And you don't need to farm that well, honestly. If you go for this build right now, maybe even 2 points in poison attack, that's your choice. You can completely win the lane. And you don't really, yeah, there we go. You don't even really need to go to the jungle and farm with Nether Toxin. You still go for the same build on Viper, most likely, you know, Rod of Atos, Greaves, but you don't need to go for any further. Bottom lane, they do get a kill with a Shadow Poison against Petushara, but in exchange, FNG does go down. As on top, they're chasing after Satchel yet again, Palantimos. Here they go, with the Chaos Strike. The Frost Shield as well. Satchel, they see him, they start to slow him down. Satchel, close to dying, ring around the Rosie. Can he survive this for now? He is making it out alive. He does tango himself to safety. They just need a bit more mana for that second Chaos Bolt. They don't have it. In like 5 seconds, they'll have it, but Satchel already salving up. He gets cancelled by a Lich auto attack. There's the Chaos Bolt finally, and Satchel will end up going down. On the middle lane, we see that Pikachu is absolutely dominating this poor Invoker, getting it close to him. That's what you get for going for Quaswex. Got punished accordingly. Viper knew how to build against Quaswex so well and take advantage of it. There's a rotation we are seeing by the Mirana, hoping to help out this middle lane, because Axe has not done too well in his. There you go, Wraith Fire Blast in the bottom lane against Petushara. There you go. With the arrow combo finally working out, they kill the Coddle, or they hope to kill the Coddle right now. The illusions are helping out. Coddle's too low HP. He cannot run away from this one. They have the Wraith Fire Blast well for Petushara. No skewer this time either. They gotta body block him. They can't for now, but they are stacking Shadow Poison onto him. Shadow Poison is gonna boom, and there we go. Petushara will go down. However, the Axe trying to steal this rune is unsuccessful. Palantimos does stun him in time. Satchel, unfortunately, will lose that potential rune. In the top lane, I don't really know what he's planning on doing. Potential TP, they have the Sinister Gaze to stop this. Also, Palantimos is joining. Frost Shield. Remember, it doesn't hit you if you are in the fog, which is why Satchel is playing around with the trees. Oh, Satchel finds Happy Dior. Where are you going, buddy? I am going on a hike. And he managed to make it so far that nobody could ever chase him. Makes it back home. Alive. This man, lost in the woods, comes back. All the local newspapers tremble at his audacity. Meanwhile, FNG stealing some stacks here. I don't know if he was stealing stacks, actually. It seems like he might have made these himself, but he does, thanks to the Mirana's help, get a fair amount of experience out of this. FNG. I've made my stacks. I've done my work. It's time to die. And Mirana actually gets all the gold. This is what a true support looks like, guys. You may not like it, but this is what a true support does. He literally has done nothing but like use his Shadow Poison and die. Shadow Poison now level 2, which starts to deal a considerable amount of damage. Bignum chasing the Mirana away, putting a defensive ward over here. Making sure that Mirana wants to gank them with like an arrow leap combo. It's not going to be easy for her. Yeah, this unfortunately, this Quaswex Invoker for now hasn't been able to do much. He's been cancelled by the Viper completely, who now with 1 point another Toxin can actually farm the jungle. But interesting build with maxing the poison attack, full damage Viper that can actually rotate a bit earlier. In the bottom lane, they do catch these Magnets with an arrow and guarantee the kill. Wraith Fire Blast into arrow, not hard to do, to be honest. No rotations needed from Invoker if your Mirana's doing so much work, I guess. This is also giving the Axe a couple minutes to farm in the jungle. However, for 178, Palantimos is also farming quite happily, and so is the Viper. So it's not like they are falling behind either. Oh, I'm assuming the Pikachu is going to start to rotate now. If you don't go for another Toxin, that's the idea. You just rotate with Poison Attack and kill whatever you see. Supports are incredibly vulnerable to Viper. The thing is, nothing's really killable for you right now. Bottom lane, there's 3 heroes, and the top lane, there is a Axe. Well, like, killing the Axe is that great because you want to give some space here. Oh, that's a nice tornado into an arrow, though. Catching the Viper with the MP. The Cold Snap still hurting. He's tanking a fair amount, though. Here's the help from Bignum with a Blinding Light. Pikachu, will he be able to survive this? He still has the Magic Wand and also the Chakra Magic to save him. The classic 1-1-1 build by the Coddle you see so often nowadays. These 2 points in Chakra Magic to really be effective with that skill, though. And now Sarchel, slowed down. They do the Sinister Gaze to cancel his TP. There we go. And that's going to be Satchel killed off. Palantimos, easy job with that Reality Rift. We're saying Sinister Gaze just for that. To be fair, the reason why he TP'd, it's hard to tell if Lich has 1 point in Sinister Gaze or not. Maybe you go for it, maybe you don't, but it's hard to tell based on the damage on Frost Shield and Frost Blast. So may just assumed he didn't have it yet. Had to take a gamble. Did not work out for him. Excess Vampire. What are you waiting for here? Arrow in the 8 seconds. Pikachu starts rotating the jungle, not taking advantage of another Toxin. It's odd that you go for this build and then now go to the jungle to get stacks. I guess you still want the farm regardless. And you do have the help of the Coddle. The Chakra Magic is super effective with another Toxin. I actually completely forgot about that. Also, the Corrosive Skin helps you farm the jungle as well, something often forgotten. He does get a fair amount of stacks. And we'll see now what build he decides to go for entirely. Wraithband into Treads. Is this going to be an Atos Grease Viper? Doesn't seem like it because you went for Treads, right? But will you still grab the Atos? It is more of a physical damage Viper? Perhaps. I mean, it's been a while since we see this hero in competitive. So the builds for him are kind of not necessarily new, but they're open. They're open for interpretation. And with an easy lane like the one you just had, you have much more versatility in the build you go for a Viper. Let's see, for example, Yasha and Kaya. We have seen some high-level pubs doing that with the Viper. The few times he is picked. We'll see. Alright. In the bottom lane. Shara trying to defend this tower. He doesn't get the last hit, unfortunately, but at least he doesn't die in the process. He's just trying to save up right now. He doesn't go for the RP though, so he's not interested right now in actually fighting him. Just gonna go max that in power, try to be as useful as possible for the CK, who is currently farming at a pretty decent rate. Skips the Midas though upon Timo's much more of a mid-game oriented CK, going for the Armlet instead, soon to have an Echo Saber as well. So this is an older build for CK, where when people stopped playing CK altogether, and people started realizing, maybe this hero can still be useful, they played this kind of like just full strength, single hero CK, with the Echo Saber, with the Armlet, and then some people would go either BKB or straight into Heart, just to get as much strength as possible, because his strength gain is pretty good. Used to be a bit better compared to a lot of strength heroes. But nowadays, Midas is so much more common. There we go, for the initiation. Merciless Call, catching the CK. They have another stun here with the Wraithfire Blast, but with the Armlet, he's a bit too tanky. I'm gonna decide not to go for him. Also, nice TPs there by Pikachu, preventing his potential initiation. There's the Phantasm there if they want to go any further, but Moonlight Shadow allows them to just get away unscathed. And power on Palantimos. Now it's time for him to farm. There we go. This is the power. It's not like the most common combination is CK plus Magnus, but it works. It works quite nicely. This amplifies his farm. It might also be the reason why he doesn't go for the Midas, because you don't really need it this game. You can just go for full mid-game CK and ignore the Midas altogether, because, well, you have the Empower anyway to farm. Not the wrong choice. Our Pikachu still has not revealed what... I'm just curious. I'm curious about as to what his plan is. You know, let's see the item progression for Gambit. Satchelo going straight Blink, so no Vanguard this game. He acknowledges his lane was not the best, so maybe waiting so long for his initiation, not ideal. You definitely want to go for the Blink first. Makes sense. Wraith King, typical build. Midas Radiance, no big deal. As the Invoker goes for the, maybe Spirit Vessel? Early? Nah, he's going to go for the Midas. This is a build we're seeing more and more often on mid-Invokers, where you build the Urn just to have the charges, but then you kind of swap into the Midas build, which then builds into Spirit Vessel and then finalizes with the Aghanims. It depends, right? Some Invokers really vouch by the utility Invoker, and they go for Urn, Spirit Vessel, Lotus Orb. And that's useful, right? But that is not guaranteed, and you have to have a lot of confidence to play that kind of Invoker. Because if the game doesn't go your way, you're kind of useless coming to late game, and it takes you too long to farm that Ags. Whereas the Midas, went to Spirit Vessel, into the Ags, more versatility. You still use the space creation techniques of the Quaswex Invoker, but you have enough versatility to be able to also transition into a nice late game. It's a good idea. I don't mind this build. It's a bit of a late Midas, of course, and it's not the most efficient thing in the world, but it does work out. He's not too far behind the Viper, despite the fact that he got a beating in the lane, so that's really good for him. And okay, Pikachu, straight Axe. Straight Axe. Ah, this is an old build. Old build. The Viper that just rushed the Axe as soon as possible. The Axe usually is picked up around level 20, which is when Viper Strike becomes ridiculously strong, right? With the Viper Strike DPS. Such an early Axe. Interesting for Pikachu. I'll pipe for Petushara as his next item. He's gonna go as utility as you can on a Magnus. Makes sense. He's just an empowering machine, really. The fact that he's as farmed though as the Axe says a lot about how well this early game went for him. He has the RP now. Wants to use it. There's the Will-O-Wisp for Satchel. He's caught. Put to sleep. Injecting another stun. Satchel bring him back into the Will-O-Wisp. Guarantee the kill. Goodbye, you burly red man. With an Echo Saber now on Palantimos, going for the Manta style next. Oh, so it is a really old CK build. The Illusion CK build. No way to cancel this DP for the Viper, unfortunately. If only Axe gives you a mini stun in the Viper Strike, that would be so good. The kill on the Axe is kind of important, though. He is not having the impact that you want, that you pick an Axe for. And you have 178 now. Now transitioning to a mid game where they're much more confident and very happy about it as well. You wanted to get more kills on Gambit early. It didn't work out for you. Your Quaswex Invoker didn't create much space either. You pretty much stayed staple in the mid lane. He has a good amount of farm, so it's fine, but you really wanted a Quaswex Invoker that did more for you. So you pick up the hero. And now it's time for 178 to start forcing fights. Unless, I mean, this combo is still powerful. They want to destroy the illusions first. They catch the Shouty in the behind. And Palantimos ensures that he does go down. Now Skewer right into that Nether Toxin. Perfect placement as they murder two supports in cold blood. With the RP committed for that second one. Now Tornado, EMP from Palantimos. Oh, but he has a Chakra Magic this time, so Tornado EMP not so effective. Never thought of that, actually, but Chakra Magic pretty good hard counter to the Quaswex Invoker. FNG joins the fray, but he's completely alone. I don't know if they want to use the Viper Strike on him. For now, they're going to let him live. Oh, as the mask comes from behind, there's the Skewer, and the Skewer guarantees the kill. FNG is gone. That's a level 3 Illuminate already, so it starts to hurt a fair amount. Gambit, what are you planning on doing? You just need to farm. There's really nothing else you can do. You need to fight with the Wraith King right now, and he's just not online. He needs that Radiance. Really good Radiance timing, though, on this Wraith King. But CK is matching his farm without a Midas. And here we go. The Assault Squad going on to Dream. Or perhaps not. Perhaps the goal is the Invoker. They know that someone's in the high ground. The Invoker should have just seen him. He's just going to walk upwards. It's not going to work. JPK is obviously going to run away. What was the plan there? Palantimo's like, wait, there's my smoke. Is he up there? And clearly, yes, he was. Agnes is out complete on Pikachu. 10-second cooldown on that Viper Strike. A bit more cast range as well, not that it matters too much to be honest. And a reduced mana cost, which is good actually. Allows you to actually use Viper Strike with a Viper that doesn't go for Arcane Boot, so that is a good point to be made. Viper nowadays, part of the reason why you used to go for Greaves, in addition to how good they were on the hero, is that you were kind of lacking mana with all the Nether Toxin spam you want to use and Viper Strike and Poison attacks. It's one of the most expensive orb effects in the game, 25 mana, compared to Klink's Searing Arrows, which is 12 for example, or Drow Ranger's Frost Arrows, which is 8. Poison attack is 25 in comparison. It's massive mana waste for a hero has an okay intelligence game. Also, another toxin the golems feels bad because it takes away their passive, so they don't turn into little shards. No extra gold for you. Sadness. But anyway, Satchel hiding in the trees. I don't know if he's expecting a jump here onto Pikachu. Pikachu rotates mid. Okay, there's a smoke here. 178. What is the goal? He probably not have support. Excess Vampire is actually leaving down a ward. This is really good warding now, and they see the smoke completely. They just avoided this smoke perfectly. Gambit, well played. Will-O-Wisp even committed for nothing. They won't find the axe in time. That was a fantastic play by Excess Vampire there. Sure, your ward... No, didn't get dewarded. Oh, wow, just outside of sentry range. Fantastic. You leave a very offensive ward here. You manage to see the enemy smoke completely. You stop them from what would be a really good initiation for them. You give some more space to the Wraith King. Literally everything you could have wanted. Really good play there, Gambit. That's why, you know, this team, the captain's FNG, this guy is known for his tactical prowess. You gotta respect them. That was a great play by Excess Vampire, understanding exactly the space creation there. Good scan though. As they will notice there's a Moonlight Shadow going on. Where's the sentries though? We need some sentries, we need some vision. For now, FNG just shows himself, stands in Nether Toxin, commits suicide. Okay. I think he was trying to steal the rune. He does actually get the rune, so that's perfectly fine. He acknowledged support life for that. Yeah, worth it. They didn't want to fight there because they didn't have the Wraith King ready with them. Or I guess Dream wasn't ready to fight. And more importantly, they didn't have GPK with them. Who is getting his Ags at pretty decent timing. So 20 minutes in is like okay timing if you go for Midas straight into Ags. With like say a Ring Basilia or something like that. It's okay, it's not the greatest timing. But with a Midas, earn first, then Midas, and then going into the Ags, I think saying 22-minute Midas, or Ags, sorry, is fine for GPK. And then once you get that, you transition into a much more damaging core. As we see, a lot of Quaz Wex utility invokers, they just max the Quaz, right? Because you want more points in Cold Sun. They actually don't care about putting 4 points or whatever. This invoker, only 4 points into Quaz. Enough to stop any rotations. In fact, 4 points into Quaz stops the animation of, for example, the Reality Rift from the Chaos Knight. So it's very effective against them. And this is the Chaos Knight build, of really old build. Going for illusions, then straight up into the Heart of Tarrasque. Every time I see a Heart of Tarrasque on Chaos Knight, it reminds me of the Loda build that used to be popular like a long time ago. Back when Loda was playing, you know, where you just used to rush Heart Tarrasque as his first item because CK did so well in lane that you could just go for Heart first. Skipping Armlet, skipping whatever. And it was super effective. It worked really nicely on this here. Aghanim's for GPK. Almost done. 22 minutes. Just needs 200 extra gold. Farm that up, and now they're ready to fight. They have a... Pipe is still far away from Satchel. But they have the blink now on the Wraith King. You have the Ags on the Invoker. What are you waiting for to fight? Nothing, Gambit. You do need more points in Exort, but 3 is fine. With the Aghanims you get up to 4, it's okay. It's good enough to be able to fight. Look how desperately he's trying to get it. There we go. He gets it now. This is fantastic. He doesn't point any points into his talent, which is interesting. Usually Quaswex Invoker immediately. Level 10, 30 seconds Ghost Walk. But when a Quaswex Invoker transitions so early into a Quaswex Exhort, you know, into essentially a Wex Exhort Invoker. This is the closest thing to a Wex Exhort Invoker that used to be played many, many years ago. And then that's the case, you don't really need to go for the talents early because you waste Exhort points, which are super valuable here. Also, you don't know what talents you're going to go for. Cold Snap cooldown still one of the best talents, but at first, yes, minus 30 seconds Ghost Walk cooldown is fantastic. But sometimes the contact damage from Meteor is just a bit better. If you go Quas Exhort Invoker, that's still the thing you go for. You might even go for the Forge Spirit summons. I haven't seen it in forever. I mean, there's all BKBs in the mid team. I don't think that's going to be the case. Okay, Sunstrike with the arrow. That's not bad. Now the Meteor. I think they can kill the Call with this. Yep, Big Gnome will just die to the residual damage. No! The Frost Shield is saving his life, and they get the kill onto Excess Vampire. GPK. He was playing with fire, but he did not burn the Coddle. Instead, he burned himself. That's why you don't let kids around with matches. Unless you don't want kids, in which case, yes. Give them all the matches in the world. But the BKB Dream will be able to stabilize a bit better. But let's see. Palantimos stopped. Ghost walked up. FNG with an early Ethelin. It's not bad for the Shadow Demons in playing so sacrificially. It's time for runes though. Will there be any fights around these bounty runes? We'll see next. As now, Satchel, considering the Blinken. Not going to happen for now. But there is an arrow by Excess Vampire. Thinking of going for Palantimos. Here we go. That's a nice 4-step from Excess Vampire, actually, to set up for this potential arrow. And they catch a very valuable target, Palantimos. But for now, Palantimos is surviving, even while Illusion's hitting after him. The Will-O-Wisp divides his team fight, but they do catch Bingham in the backlines. Now with a taunt. Ooh, the Chain Frost hits two, but it ends up broken in the end. However, so is Satchel's dreams of surviving this team fight. Catch Dream with a Viper Strike. That is a long-range Viper Strike with the Aghanims. As FNG also goes down. Dream, why are you farming here? He's going to just lose his reincarnation. I'll wake up to a nasty Dream of Nether Toxin and damage. There's the Viper Strike with the Chaos Bolt. Look how much damage that Viper Strike is doing. They Chaos Bolt him back. They Reality Rift him back and send him away. This man cannot do anything. Dream was not looking for this fight at all. They realized halfway through the Invoker apparently was not ready. They needed that BKB on him, and without it they were just weak, and J178, they took advantage of them. Bottom lane, Excess Vampire, they do Reality Rift him back. I think he's gonna go down here, just one more hit, oh, the crit! Yeah, there we go, 1,000 damage per crit now with a Reaver. Kind of ridiculous. Of course, the Empower helps a lot. That's another reason why he actually goes for so much strength, I didn't realize, but obviously strength gives you base damage, right? And Empower amplifies your base damage, so a massive, massive boost to damage with this combination. It's good. Also because he has 4.7k HP with the Armlet of Morrigan activated. You can actually keep the Armlet activated now and Heart will just heal right through. It's fantastic. Empower, one hit, boom. 2 hits and they're all dead. Oh, that's crazy. Jeez, 700 damage per hit. Obviously these is a... Oh right, because the crits are ranging. The critical min from critical max, that's why. So you got the max crit on the Mirana before. Yeah. However, it also depends on armor values a bit. That should be said. Is GPK the target now? Oh, they're gonna see him with Ghost Walk. He hasn't the Ghost Walk cooldown tower just yet. So It might be vulnerable. It can't just quite hunt. We go for the Roshan now next. That's Gambit. I don't know if they can defend this just yet. The reincarnation's ready for them, so is the Invoker. It's in the pit, so it should be a good idea, but of course you have to apply against an RP, against a Pipe of Insight as well, that will save them against a lot of damage here. Even a Will-O-Wisp here by Bignum could turn this tide around. A Sunstrike to steal the Roshan does not work out there. They do at least stop the Marauder. With the Will-O-Wisp committed to this just to secure the Roshan though. And meanwhile, the enemy team, Gambit, has the split push instead. But they're going for GPK here in the bottom lane. Looking to cut him out of his place. How do they stop this TP? They can't. They can't. Unfortunately, Pikachu will not be able to stop him. And in the end, they will push out a fair amount. Deal some damage to the tier 3s. But at the same time, give away their Roshan. Now, Scotty and Palantimos. Let's see how the progression is as opposed to Palantimos on the Wraith King. I mean, the fact that you're behind the CK says a lot to begin with, but Wraith King going for Maelstrom now. BKB Radiance, he's doing okay, but he's having a lot of trouble dealing with all these illusions. That's the power of the Chaos Knight, one of the illusion heroes in general. Just the best way to counter Wraith King. Great at single target damage, but he's so dependent on his crits that dealing with multiple illusions is super, super difficult. Viper Strike with the extra damage now, thanks to the talent. Pikachu, alright, in trouble. He doesn't have the BKB, Viper Strike as well, but I think he's going to go down. With the Alacrity Dream does hurt a lot, and that is a single target that I was talking about. Easy to bring him down. You need the CK to really deal with him. CK with the Scotty, specifically. Palantimos with the Assault Cuirass. And this next item instead of the Scotty. Reconsidering the idea of going for full stats build. Rather have the attack speed here. So the game has slowed down a bit, you know. 178, they're just gonna wait out the Viper. Hope we'll take advantage of this Roshan soon when he comes back. It's not impossible for them. As Palantimos still has the Aegis on him. There's the Assault Cuirass already completed instead of the Echo Saber. It does give you more DPS, but less of a burst. Much like the Echo Saber does. That's okay for now. You don't really need the burst. You don't have a blink or anything. Those the Ghost Walk cooldown being the first talent picked up by the Invoker. However, once the Viper comes back, I'm assuming just gonna push one lane and try to, you know, take the towers. There's nothing else you need to do. Gambit can try to fight you. But for now, I think Gambit engaging is the best way and the best thing that you can do right now, which is just keep on pushing, split pushing as many lanes as possible. Don't bother with attacking, confronting 178. Why would you? 178's a bit too tough an enemy right now. Just ignore them. Try to fight away from them. Try to do this thing where you're cutting the lanes constantly. Get the Viper when he starts to do these things. Pikachu, I choose you. I don't know, man. Pikachu's rethinking about it. This guy seems to be ground type. And you're just a puny little electric. It's not working out. You cannot man-fight the Axe right now. You cannot man-fight the Wraith King or the Invoker. Pikachu, you are a great part of a team, but you're weak as a lonesome hero. Okay, this is a pretty easy disruption with the arrow, but what do you do afterwards? The illusions deal more damage to your whole team. Yeah, Palantino just heals back up with a simple Chaos Strike. Deal with the illusions, deal with the CK. Blinding Light's a great way to do. Now, all you really need to do is wait. They can try keep doing this, but Palantimos pushes fast enough. You just lost the arrow for the second round. Those illusions are annoying, but Palantimos is currently dealing with them fine. There we go. Now go for the tower. It's working out for you. With the Illuminate annoying them, Palantimos close to destroying this tower now. 4 stacks, 5 stacks, he doesn't care. He can just dispel with a Manta style. Now they make illusions of his illusions, but he's still fine. Even with a Soul Catcher. Constant harassment, but that's all they accomplish as they waste time. Meanwhile, on the top lane, GPK tries to TP away. They do not have, the Sinister Gaze. So he can just get away just fine. Heal back and base. Satchel though, still in the jungle, will they be aware of this? Now, they actually go for the Magnus first, with the Invoker Sunstrike destroying half his HP. He has used the mech and the pipe, the Will-O-Wisp, to try to turn this around. And they do, at least they give Magnus a space to retreat. Palantimo does not get there in time though. No, Gambit, you gotta do something a bit better. They are delaying the game, but they aren't accomplishing much with the constant delays of the game. I think they're playing the best way they can, but you need the Wraith King and the Invoker to come online. I don't know how the Wraith King ever deals with this CK. Even with Mjolnir, man, look at the difference in HP alone. I think CK can take you out with that of his illusions. He hasn't even used Phantasm once this game. Doesn't need to. What's the point of Phantasm if they're just gonna clear your illusions immediately? It's just more gold. Oh no, GPK. They have Tinker words for you, buddy. They know of your shenanigans. This kid will go back home to daycare. Go back to the daycare, because you can't live in the daycare. I tried. Take it back, I'm sorry, guys. Bad parenting by my family. Take down Dream, perhaps, here with a Chaos Bolt. They just need a bit of vision. For now, they just bring him back. That's all they need, apparently. Who needs vision when you just murder him in 3-4 hits? There we go. Reincarnation has been triggered. They have the RP if needed. I don't think they might... Oh, they might just need it. Skewer into an RP, but no. They saw a potential BKB, and Petushar doubts too much about that Skewer. He did have it, but he just doesn't use it in time. However, you do take out the Reincarnation. You have killed a child. It's time for you to go for the tier 1. At least take the last remaining outer tower. Start threatening the split pushing yourself. You guys shove out lanes really effectively as well. No, I don't know if they see Satchel here. Or Satchel is just being insane here. Very courageous though. He doesn't care that they're pushing his tier 2. It's time for Satchel to farm. He needs that gold, buddy. He needs to get the Aghanim Scepter. And it's actually not a bad idea. Battle Hunger the illusions, reduce their damage. How hard is it to actually get a last hit in every single one of your illusions? Pretty hard, to be honest. You can also shove out lanes, the Battle Hunger, especially with the talent. Sure. It's not a bad build. Oh, the arrow. Too fast. This Pandimo's going for an Aghanim. It's interesting. So Ags reduces the cooldown. I think that's probably the biggest thing. I guess. Yeah, you reduce damage taken considerably. That's not bad. I think the cooldown reduction is only 20 seconds. It's really not that much. It's an okay Ags. You might as well get it. He goes for the blessing immediately. He is super farmed. This guy needs no more items really. Now go for the Moon Shard next. He's close to level 25 as well. That's the Chaos Bolt, or sorry, Chaos Strike cooldown reduction for sure. Because who cares if you get a maximum stun of 6 seconds? It's not reliable. Pikachu, a target now. Oh, that disruption. Was that just to save FNG? Okay, yes, Pikachu. Now stop. That Soul Catcher hurts him a lot with the Cataclysm. They guarantee the kill. Again, alone you are nothing. There is no Pikachu in team, buddy. Quite literally, there is no Pikachu in 178 because he is dead. Gambit. Honestly, is there time to push a bit? 80 seconds without Pikachu. Yeah, you can. But 178 will fight you. Tooth and nail. They're checking if there's any wards here. FNG discovers there are none. But they do want... What? You just put a sentry up there. What do you... I was just like, is there wards here? Are you gonna blink into? At least illuminate with an axe, by the way. Keeps him at bay. Valentimo still seems unkillable, even with the Soul Catcher. Oh, but Nikano is not unkillable. Now find him as well. Bring him back and kill him. They're just losing people one by one is not the ideal situation. Gambit, however, is going as a unit. And this unit currently is destroying the CK. They hit him with a Meteor and the EMP. They need the Soul Catcher to actually bring him down. He is way too tanky to bring him down without it. They do use the Soul Catcher as the majority of damage, but Valentimo just heals that back up with every hit. He is level 25. That Chaos Strike with 2-second cooldown, it's absurd. Good luck trying to bring this guy down. Literally impossible. You have to perma-stun him, but you don't have the stuns for it. You have to hit him with an arrow and then hope that Dream gets like 3 crits in a row. Take down the Shrine here. At least you get some Roshan. Security, sorry. You get some Roshan security by taking out the Shrine. You still have your Shrine, because of course I haven't taken your tier 3, so that's a slight advantage for your team. Okay, Palantimos. Yeah, take away his mana. He can't Phantasm. Oh no, he doesn't seem too concerned about it. What do you? How do you win? How do you win, Gambit? This is what I'm asking constantly. What's the plan? Right? You're delaying the game. Sure, you're making this game as long as possible, right? And I love a long game as much as anyone, right? I love the Tinker, the techies, everything. It's fantastic, but what is it about the long game that you want to accomplish? You know? Do you want to get these counter kills, for example? How many do you realize actually gonna die here? They don't even need the Sunstrike. He's gonna die just to the... He would have just died to the Demonic Purge. He actually TPs. Pikachu has no way of canceling his TP. Wow. F and G. Yeah, tip him. You deserve that tip. I mean, for now they seem to be dominating the map, and 178 is doing nothing. Like, quite literally nothing to stop them. They're not going as units, they're not forcing team fights, and now they're actually catching the CK. Okay, let's see how much damage they can do. Cataclysm used already. They need him 1 more stuns. Will-O-Wisp has been committed, but Dream is invulnerable thanks to that BKB. They need to destroy the Will-O-Wisp. Pikachu is annoying him slightly. Viper Strike is very annoying here. Pikachu. They do have him with a Soul Catcher. Force the BKB. Pikachu. Now with a Viper Strike, stopping the Invoker. Ideally, Dream almost caught. Not quite yet. Palantimos. No BKB, no need. Just keep on farming. Of course, guys. Don't overextend. Yeah, what's wrong, guys? I agree. Why? Why are you starting to die like this? Wow.
One of my favorites.
When an admin asks you, what's wrong, guys? And then you go to him, take a knee, peasant. These guys know. You can't not be invited to these qualifiers. Well, that is courage. But I agree, 178. What's wrong with you guys? Come on. I don't mean the lag issues or whatever. What's wrong? Like, actually tell me your problems. You know, we're here. We've been watching this game for a while, and you have such a domination. You were doing so well. And now, what's happened? Talk to me, 178. Why is it that you're letting your heroes roam around like headless chickens, letting them die to Gambit and giving them a chance to come back? Why is it that Gambit is slowing this game down to a halt? Because this game right now is like I'm watching my grandmother run a marathon. It's never ending. It's also not very exciting. So, what is it? Why are you not trying to take a massive team fight with your Will-O-Wisp RP? I've barely seen them. I haven't even seen the Phantasm. Hell, with having an illusion spamming hero, why is it that this illusion spamming hero is not just spamming illusions at the towers? Are you afraid? What are you farming for? What's the final goal in your objective? Well, in your life, in general, in this game? I do not know. I question this. Because at this point, you are giving Gambit a chance to really come back into this game. You farm very well. You're doing well until now, but will Gambit just lose this late game? I don't know. Your rating does kind of scale. The Invoker scales wonderfully. He might be able to deal with you. In fact, Nirvana will start to scale as well at some point. Axe has Zags. And once Axe has the 25 talent, you actually can deal with illusions quite nicely. Not to even mention the CK. You can shove out lanes endlessly. Look at this. This is going to happen forever. Oh, I love this actually. It is like a battle royale. Whatever creep gets the hit or gets the kill, gets to survive. Right? Or gets to not be battle hungered for a while. Interesting. Touch active to shrine. Hey! What you just do? Alright, smoke. This could be the smoke that turns things around in favor of Gambit. They are currently winning in terms of net worth. Not that that matters too much, honestly, at this point in the game. But they are winning by 8k. Okay. A tornado. I don't know if they noticed that or they noticed that there's probably someone smoked around here. Let's see. They do leave down a ward here. They are staying in the high ground. They catch the Viper. Okay, but another Toxic, which means Axe won't spin. They don't need the spins. They just need the damage. They just need the stun. Oh, CK has been Yo Scepter. Do they have a Soul Catcher ready for him? They do not right now. Oh, Invoker at least saves himself from Reality Rift. There's all the illusions. Stopped by the Ice Wall. Palantimos, where are you going, buddy? Left, right, center. It seems like you just don't have a clear direction. Palantimos, go somewhere with your life. Oh god, you're stuck. And that Ice Wall finally gets away. Not slowed anymore. Now it's time for him to do stuff, but Illusion's lost a lot of time. The Will's been committed, so he could be in trouble. Reincarnation's gonna be used here. That's Reincarnation gone. Invoker is afraid. He's running towards Lich. He doesn't want to be in that position. Invoker's finally gonna go down. GPK loses the Aegis. And the Reincarnation has already been wasted with the RP and the Will-O-Wisp. They cannot fight against so much of this initiation. Sideslow, he with Battle Hunger, he has to get away. He's the last one to survive, and I don't think he's even gonna make it home. Sideslow, my buddy, you're gone. J178, they gave you this team fight in a silver platter. You know you can win these. You have just been waiting and waiting and waiting nonsensically for this to happen, and you win it. Of course you win it. They could barely touch your CK. Your Chaos Knight has become God. Quite literally, he is immortal. Look at this, Palantimos has the confidence of a true immortal being. He's just going forward. He fears no man. He fears no kid. Fears no weird dragon thing of the kid's imagination. He does fear an EMP though, because that's all his mana. That's really annoying actually. That's sucking. I'm sorry, Palantimos. The Ice Wall is also incredibly annoying, if only at a BKB. And the constant disruptions. Okay, the illusions are doing more work than the Wraith King did last team fight. The close up as well with a meteor. They don't get the Sunstrike off though, unfortunately. Palantimos for now will survive. He'll back up thanks to that Chaos Strike. Those illusions are incredibly annoying. And it's time to go for Hexes just to deal with the CK illusions. But in this case, on 178. Another disruption. Don't combine disruption with the tornado, ideally. I do get the EMP off. This game is just CK versus CK. It's whoever has more CKs on their side wins. Ultimate counter to this hero. Oh, the kid. He's TPing. But is this a good TP? He might actually turn this around. Cold snap onto the CK. He finally uses Phantom again. They do catch the Invoker. That's going to be Invoker dead for 100 seconds. Fantastic. Dream as well. He has the Reincarnation, but they want to trigger it first. Dream is gone. And he's barely dealt any damage in the process. Even Cataclysm used. Palantimo is still healthy, ready to fight. FNG's the next victim. Is going to go down with Willis as well. They're going to get another kill onto the Wraith King. And with those two gone, what are you planning to do? You're definitely going to be forced to buy back here. Invoker already popped back. FNG buys back immediately. Palantimos knows no fear. Valentimos knows no damage. He can heal from anything you do to him. Valentimos is that kid in school who never gets sick. He's that kid in school who hasn't missed a single day. Who has the perfect attendance record. Who everyone makes fun of but will someday own a company. It is spell that Frost Shield, but he does not care. He does not need a shield. All he does is damage. All he needs is lifesteal. This time he does evade the EMP, which is fantastic because that means he preserves his mana. Continue going forward. Another disruption. There they go. Sacha. Okay, this could be good. They can kill the Viper in the process, but no! RP stops them. Viper's still somehow alive. They get pushed to the low ground. They need to save him. They're going to leave him to die. In fact, it's his teammate who kills him. One of his illusions. Palantimo doesn't want to go any further. Now it's time for Gambit to go forward. They do have the chance. Magnus a target. The Shiva's a C in the close up as well. Magnus is stuck. Magnus, you're not going anywhere. 178. Okay. They might not have this as easy as they thought. Gambit still has the opportunity to get some good kills, especially if you start with a Viper. Butterfly is the next item for Dream, just improve his damage a bit. And now, Gambit, I mean, they're going forward. There's a chance to fight. Without a Viper is the best chance you have. But Palantimos, I mean, he is going to be strong, steadfast, and unwaverable. Unwavering. As Dream, with Alacrity plus double damage, you should be able to push these fast. Who cares about backdoor protection? That is just a human construct, quite literally. Because some developer made it in his lab. He doesn't care about it. Dream doesn't believe in humanity. The blind doesn't help, though. The blind really annoys him. Okay, maybe backdoor protection is a real force of nature.
Really now, you should have seen that coming.
Spalantimos is, I don't know what are you considering building anymore. I think at this point Moonshard might be better than this Orchid. I don't know if you want to build the Orchid. Seems like a Bloodthorn actually. Reality Rift to creep just so they can murder the whole lane. Scythe of Vice start to come out at 178. I'm telling you, this is the way to counter the illusions. Just Scythe of Vice the illusions immediately. That's the hardest target. Kill the Shadow Demon. He is the most important hero right now in Gambit by far. Take down the shrine. Takes about 2 runes as well. Gambit, still in this game, you know? And the closer you get to level 25X, the closer you are to winning the game, honestly. It's actually a massive, massive talent upgrade with the Agonimus. You can even go for Berserker's Call AoE, it wouldn't be crazy. It would actually be pretty good in this game. Anything is viable. You have level 25 Invoker with a Tornado cooldown, which is massive as well. I can only imagine the multi-shot Sacred Arrows is the best way to deal with this. He went for 2 charges of Disruption, no surprise. Like, Shadow Demon, like I mentioned, is the most important character here. Kato went for the extra Illuminate damage heal. Viper, the Silence, no surprise there either. Magnus still... Wow. Kato and Shadow Demon made it before the Magnus. I guess that's the Tome of Experience difference. And Happy Dirara, my man. You are very underleveled. Okay. This Roshan. I don't know, it's easier to contest now with the Tornadoes. You have Tornado and 8-second cooldown. 14 seconds cooldown, sorry. There they go. For the most important target is FNG. Can they stop another Tornado? FNG for now surviving. Disruption used. Deafening Blast to get him some space. FNG still gone though. Illusions murder him. Valentimos gets rid of his own illusions, and now it's time to go for the Roshan. With that FNG, it's finally a chance you have to actually win this game. Invoker is literally using all of his spells. He's running out of them. Cataclysm is even committed. Here goes the Mirana. Tries to leap in. She's been silenced though and killed off. Does she even steal anything? The cheese. She does steal the cheese. That's not bad. I hate cheese thieves. Cheese is super important. But on this, honestly, Valentimos, you're not gonna die once. You don't need the cheese. You're not gonna die twice. You just need the Empower. Just give him the Empower. Give him Empower and this game is over. That's it. Valentimos can just go forward. Forever. Alright, let's go. Alright, Valentimos. There's the chance. Okay, 52 minutes. But you finally have a chance to actually take a lane of Rax. Battle hunger me all you want. Even if you reduce 40% of my damage, 60% is enough to deal with you, you puny human, says Valentimos. Lord of randomness. Takes down the lane of Rax. There's the first one to finally fall. And more soon to go as well. Without the Shadow Demon, you have no way of answering him. The only way to beat Valentimos is with Valentimos himself. No Phantasm just yet. 37 seconds on this Shadow Demon to come back. For now, they're just trying to slow this down as much as possible. They're trying to keep skip as well. GPK comes in. They try to stop him. They can't. He's gonna hit with the EMP. He gets healed completely. I mean, they forced at him like it would matter. But honestly, you could just tank that Meteor if you wanted to. Hard to Ras triggers. He's back. And the lane will slowly push. However, in the mid lane, we see some skeletons annoying them. Gaining some time. Shadow Demon is back. They know they have to back out. Or they can. Because in the middle lane... Dream, he's going with the smoke. I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he needs to buy something. What is Dream's plan? He's cutting the lane? Nope. Farming the Ancients. Of course. I actually don't know what Dream is doing. Is Dream just trying to... What are you trying to farm here? He just smoked out a base to farm. Quite literally. This is my pulse. Set the vice on Caudle. Alright. CK with double damage. This gives you a lot more pushing power. EMP has been used. Pikachu up. There they go with a Meteor, stunning Valentimos. He doesn't have double damage anymore because Tornado doesn't spell it. Oh, look at the illusions go! And they actually might kill him. They have to force them to safety, guarding Greaves. But those illusions are doing so much work. Valentimos, though, is the real one. You can't beat me, he says. You're just clones. He wants to go and kill something, but unfortunately the only thing he can kill is his hope of ending this game early. More disruptions from Valentimos. You have to concentrate on the Rax. Pikachu has an Aegis. He doesn't care about all this damage. And they go RP. They catch someone. Who is it? It's the Mirana. Mirana's gone for a while. It's nighttime though. No more healing from Illuminate. Go take the towers. There goes the Wraith King. Is the final fight. Valentimos though does not like his teammates being attacked. There's the Will-O-Wisp used. Valentimos could be in trouble now. He's actually dying for the first time this game. It's going to happen. Valentimos is not immortal. He actually can die. This man can bleed. And Gambit just proved it. With him down, there's nothing jfshfh178 can do. They're just Palantimos and 4 more. And these 4 are about to be besieged, about to be in the middle of a massive onslaught. Gambit is ready. They take the Viper first. They went for the Battle Hunger DPS as well. Sideshow's ready to kill the supports. In goes Dream. He's ready with a Cataclysm used as well. Viper, you are cannon fodder, but Dream will also go down. However, there's a bite of Palantimos committed just for a Wraith King's reincarnation. That's not what they were looking for. Palantimos goes forward. The final high ground defense. They don't have any more healing from the Illuminate. Palantimos is mortal. They have proved it, so they can do it again. If you can die once, statistically, it's possible to die another time. They go for the shrine. J178. It's time to take the first, the shrines, I guess. You took the Roshan shrine earlier. I'm gonna take this as well. You still have not taken even 2 lanes of Rex. I think Gambit just got a flash of hope. A ray of hope going through their minds. Realizing the world is not full of darkness. They can actually kill this destroyer that they call this Chaos Knight. I think they're all at level 25. No, we're missing Mirana. But everyone else at level 25. Even the Axe, that Battle Hunger DPS matters a lot. Because supports now have to be a bit careful. Even if they are quite tanky. You have Battle Hunger dealing literally 160 damage per second. That's actually absurd. That's a max level chilling touch on an Ancient Apparition, but per second. Look at how fast you can push lanes. It's honestly absurd. Like, seriously, oh my god. If you went for Soul Catch and create solution, oh no, because you're never gonna kill Palantimo, so that's a pointless. Yeah, it makes sense. This game has actually, oh there we go, Ags on the Shadow Demon. 2 charges of Disruption. 3 charges of the Demonic Purge. What else do you want? FNG is gonna carry this game solo. Okay, now with the Axe, I'm assuming we're gonna see the charge counter as well. There we go. Interesting, because Disruption is all blackness, there's no green light around it. But Demonic Purge, there is a green light. The details in Dota is so fascinating. You see all the green lights here because they're buffs, not Disruption. Because Disruption is the representation of darkness. We got to buy some Viper, which, we needed at some point. I think at this point Lich can go for Scythe of Ice. Oh, he has an Axe, actually. He's been given the Axe. Oh, he has an Axe Blessing. Is he really the most important person to give Axe? I mean, yeah, there's nobody else that you care about, right? Caudal Axe already has it. Lich. Yeah. And Magnet... wow. Magnus Axe is just really bad. I'm sure that this wasn't a DC. Okay, I know. Lich has lag. He just needs to pee, man. It's been 58 minutes. I understand this. Well, pause at 58 minutes in. How long did this lag take to fix? Who knows, man? I would understand this. I honestly, I'm not accusing the players of doing this, but I think it's just fair. It's just fair. This game has taken too long. Also, I'm assuming that the moment that Palantimos dies, the Lich literally shit himself. So it makes sense that he needs a bathroom break as well, cleaning himself up. He's like, oh my god, this guy can die. I think we can actually lose this game. Also, if you lose this game, I do wonder if you need like psychological help afterwards. You need to just go there for a while, because the damage that's gonna do for the next game in the series is gonna be brutal. Like, you're playing the series, you're like, right, Gambit is a pretty strong opponent. They're doing well in the groups, but they're a pretty well-known team. FNG is always scary to fight against, because FNG is a great camp. I'm sorry, I'm a great fan. But Gambit's good. It's a good team. I think nobody will doubt that. Okay. 178 fight against them, and they're doing really well. They're doing super well, these qualifiers. They've come from open qualifiers, and the fact, even though they're not new players, many of them, right? Palantimos, Pikachu, Petushara, all these guys have played in a lot of other CIS teams before. Bignim obviously even played in Navi and everything. I think these guys, a lot of them come from alternate attacks and those kind of teams that they played with. You know, they're still lacking the namesake, right? They don't have the big tier 1 teams just yet for many of them. So there's a bit of pressure, sure. When you lose the first game like this, you just... What do you do, honestly? Because Gambit, they actually might be able to take this. And they shouldn't. They really shouldn't. Your late game against a CK. CK is probably top 3, maybe top 5 late game heroes, up there with Spectre, Medusa. He is a really, really good late game. It is so tough to beat him, as we've seen this game. He has no slots. There's no more buffs. Eventually, he's going to be running out of buffs. I mean, this game might go long enough that we actually get to see an Aghanims on Magnus. That's how long it's going to go for. To get that long-range shockwave. Ooh. Ooh. If the return wave didn't deal half damage to creeps, it would actually not be that bad of an axe, just a range shove. But because it does, it's absolutely garbage. Of course, you went for the empower cleave damage because your only goal is to buff this guy. Well, with the Ags on Gambit, I haven't really looked at them, right? Do we have any other interesting Ags that we might be seeing? Now, Murata's transitioning now into a carry. I like this. Axe 8 is Ags, which makes a lot of sense. Now you have a free slot. He's going for Shivas himself. A way to deal with the illusions. I'm surprised we're not seeing many Scythe of Ices, actually, considering there's an illusion using hero. Yeah, Scythe of Ice is usually considered about the stun, but it insta-kills illusions. You know, insta-killing Phantasm is an option. Of course, stopping Palantimos in general is also fantastic. Nullifier on Dream, I got excited, I thought that was a Rapier for a second. It's not. Maybe an Abyssal Blade would also not be a bad idea to deal with this guy, because you keep him stunned. You kind of need those stuns. I'm surprised they're not using their gold to buy any more catch. This BKB might matter a lot, because you actually get a free... I don't think the BKB matters so much. I think the reason why I didn't buy BKB until now is because you're not really concerned about most of the magical damage of the enemy team. Arrow, the Invoker damage besides Sunstrike is not that great. You know, Cataclysm goes to BKB, Berserker's Call goes to BKB. And you're like, well, not that I'm concerned about the Shadow Poison, I don't care about that. Yes, but this BKB is to stop one thing and one thing only, and that is disruption from the Shadow Demon. So you can stop a team fight, and the first thing they do is not disrupt you, create 2 more CKs, and make this impossible for you. And at this point, honestly, FNG, go for Octarine Core. And the more disruptions you get, the better. That's just it. Just go for Octarine Core, and you just try to reduce the cooldown of disruption, and that's the only spell you use. Actually, even better. Refresher Buddy. Yeah, stay in the base. You don't need any more farm anyway. At this point, what are you even working for? 178 is at that point in their life. You know when you've worked like a long time. No. These guys are like 40-year-olds, right? They've worked for a long time. They probably worked in banking. They're happy. They have enough money to sustain themselves the rest of their life. You don't need to work anymore. You're done. You can just stay in base, chill out with your buddies. You know, have a drink together. You're just empowering each other to keep your bones moving. You know, you're just doing a bit of work to make sure that you're not dying mentally. But you're done. You have nothing else to do. The game, you have completed this game of Dota. There's not any more farm that will be useful to you. Perhaps more Scythe of Ices? But is that really going to make a difference? You and I both know that's not going to make a difference. Okay, that's what they were waiting for, the smoke. This is the real play they were looking for. They also have buyback on Palantimos 30 seconds, which is viable, so they're going to have it soon. They scan, go through it. Oh no! Hey, Roshan! Yep. I'm assuming that... Actually, no. Did they give axe to the... I think there was a refresher shard on that shard, in that Roshan. Oh, what are they going to go for? I think 178 could actually win this. Pikachu, a bit early in that BKB. XS Vampire gets away for now. Yes, FNG also with a Blink Dagger. The air to stop the Viper. They do get him, and they go jump 2 on the Viper. They know the first target. Viper is the easiest kill, but the RP stops him completely. However, the Tornado stops the follow-up. Now with the Cataclysm, can they still get the kill on Pikachu? They do. Pikachu is down. However, the Will-O-Wisp is still up, and that is going to destroy the poor Mirana. XS Vampire, welcome to the land of the dead. As Palantimos goes forward, he killed the Wraith King for the first time. That is the reincarnation though. Pikachu has popped back just for this team fight. Wraith King, he may be brought back. It is not what he wanted to do. He's been turned into a pig. It is time to collect his hand, but the Butchers are not ready. They've overslept. He's able to get away. This pig will survive. Wraith King is alive. And now from behind, XS Vampire looking to get a kill on the Lich, but he can't go forward, buddy. You would die there. But 178 no longer has controls over these team fights. Oh, the triple arrow. He catches 2. Oh, he's a real marksman. Now with a Tornado, they can kill the supports. This will be major. Bring down Bingham. Or at least Pikachu. Pikachu's in that position. They cold snap him. They get illusions to Palantimos. They stop the Wraith King, but he has reincarnation yet again. Sancho is trying to go over Palantimos. Palantimos is broken. They can actually kill him now. They have a chance. They force him forward, but he's still stunned. They keep going onto him. They use the Chain Frost. Just throw stuff at Palantimos. They arrow him finally. He might go down, but he doesn't just yet. He is tanking the world and more. And with Satanic, he's back to full HP. You looked at the gods, and they looked at you back. But they looked at you with anger. And now they are punishing you. Palantimos knows no death. He fears no skeleton man. And he's gonna go forward, trying to catch Dream. And they can. They force them. He's the only hope they have. Dream, you better be thinking happy thoughts because you will be in an eternal nightmare soon. But he does TP away just in time. That's good. Even with the TP by the Coddle. They might catch Satchel though. This is bad. Satchel, does he have buyback? Yes, he does. It's not that bad. It's okay. You know what the mistake was for Gambit? You try to kill Palantimos. This man cannot die. How many times do I have to cast this for you guys to understand? Palantimos is beyond mortals, alright? Look at this. He one-shots a creep lane. Now, it's out of the question, buddy. You cannot kill this guy. Just give it up. He has Satanic. Even when you think that he has fallen, he won't. Dream, skeletons, just pushing out the lane. Lotus Orb picked up by Happy Durara. Refresher on the refresher. Are you serious? This man is literally buying. This is the point in life where you have so much gold you can just get. You can just get a yacht. It's no problem. With Refresher done on CK, now you'll have multiple Phantasms. Not that he's been able to use them effectively, but he will have them. So this man cannot always be effective. Okay, let's see. There is a smoke up here. This is an attempt. They are near the high ground. You can defend this. There's a disruption now. Banished up. Palantimos in trouble. Okay, keep on fighting. The EMP. At least stop the Phantasm coming out. No, Palantimos. Why? Why are you trying to attack him? We've already been over this. Do not. Palantimos is too strong. He's fighting against himself. This is the hardest fight he can have. He has the BKB now activated. He goes for Dream. Reality Rift. No, he didn't go for the talent. So he can't pure spell immunity, so he can't bring him back. The Cataclysm. Oh, it almost kills Petushara. This is why, buddy, you don't fall asleep in the tanning chamber. Because sun can hurt. Oh yeah, the financially independent at 40 with student loans is impossible. I am very sorry. I'm hoping to be financially independent at 80. That's my goal. And like have 2 years before I die of financial independence. Oof. Yeah, that would be great. 178. I realize now what this team means. Okay, 178 is the amount of years that they take to win a game. Makes sense. Yes, yes, yes. 178 is the age of their viewers after they finish watching their games. Palantimos hit by the arrow again, but what are you gonna follow up with? EMP. You can. I don't. Why am I even saying this? EMP. Yes, he's using the EMP. Nothing. Oh, FNG. They got Palantimos. This is the target. They forced BKB. It's not bad. Again, this mirror matchup is actually really tough for Palantimos. They've broken him. Can they go further? Another arrow. It will catch the Magnus. This is a good target. And they can just initiate onto him. That's the RP gone. They can just kill him. But no, he's not the RP. Look how fast Dream is going. That's Petushara completely gone. And they go further. Battle Hunger. Palantimos the target. Will-O-Wisp does hit 3. Now it's only the Wraith King stuck in there. But he still has the reincarnation. Wraith King happy with this. He has the refresher shard. He can get a second reincarnation off if he needed. Palantimos now fighting against his own illusion. Wraith King goes back. But he's turning to a picket again. He can't even use the refresher shard. Wraith King is gone. He used it while he's dead. That's why you needed the Ags. He is gonna come back yet again. Another set of Wraith Fire Blast. Go for the targets. Oh, beautiful double arrow. Hits 2, but they're still trying to kill Palantimos, and they might have a chance this time. He's been muted. He's been stopped. He can't reality rift away. Palantimos so close. He's gone. Buyback though immediately as he has to come back in. Palantimos TP to your Viper. This dragon is now your horse, so you can actually mount and ride into this battle. Dream, you're about to wake up from this nightmare because Palantimos is back and he is pummeling you to death. Yeah, fight the illusion. There we go. Yeah, yeah, hit him. Hit the ghost. Ghostbuster, says J178. They murder the Wraith King 2 minutes without him. They haven't forced his buyback yet though, so he can still buy back here. I am losing my sanity during this game, but it's a fantastic game, you know. Because if it's 70 minutes, you might as well give me these insane team fights. I can just center my camera around this beautiful specimen that I've fallen in love with, Mr. Palantimos. Whenever your girlfriend asks you what you achieve, you know what you're trying to look like, this man is what you're trying to look like, guys. Or your partner in general, eh? Non-gender specific. Excess Vampire going for Scythe of Vice. They're like, guys, I think if we all go for Scythes of Vices, and then we just perpetually turn Palantimos into a pig, he can't win, right? That's the strategy. That's the only thing you have left. Alright, refresher. Yeah, I was right. FNG, you listen to me, buddy. Ah, yes. This guy is good. He knows. He is going to use double disruption on Palantimos, then refresher, and then even more disruptions. That's the way. Yes, that's exactly how you play this. And you can actually use double soul catcher, which might be the only way to kill him. Okay, this is not a bad idea. Gambit actually has a really strong fighting chance right now. This is perma late game. Anyone can win. It's all about who gets the jump on the other. They both have pretty good late game teams. Viper has become useless. All you can do is use your items. That's really the extent of his power. He didn't go for the 160 damage. Now the Toxin Silences is only good for utility. Magnus, you're just an RP. They kill you, there's no RP. The Chain Frost is not even that useful, to be honest. Yeah, 1k lasts. I actually didn't notice that, but look at that. When the game goes so long, you have 1k lasts. Palantimos goes home. Arms are hurting, you know. His partner's like, ooh, tough days? Love? He goes, yeah, it's been a really tough day. What'd you do today? I played one whole game. Ooh. Roshan being taken. Look at how fast Dream hits, man. With that Moonshot, Mjolnir, Assault, Caress, Alacrity. Dream. Okay, Roshan drops everything. This Roshan has gone from Beast of Stone to literally a pinata. Hit him and he'll drop all the goodies. What is missing? Who doesn't have Ags in this team anymore? Mirana? Oh, they're going in. Pikachu the target. They can actually kill Pikachu. Yep, Pikachu cannot survive this. Is Pikachu gone? And Palantimos stuck in the middle of this. This is actually a really bad fight. Will-O-Wisp has been used just to give him some space to get out. Palantimos, why are you still here, buddy? They destroyed illusions with Chain Frost. Who gets the eggs now? Is it the Mirana? Has he not? He hasn't given it to someone yet, right? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he has given it to the Invoker and he sold his, or... Oh. Shadow Demon got it, Agham's Blessing and the Ags. When you really don't want the Mirana to take it. Yeah, he sold his... He's gonna go for Octarine! Yes! Yes, FNG! You are the man! He knows! This game is just about how many Palantimos can I make. FNG has gone from Shadow Demon to a production plant. He is just about disruption. Who got Refresher Shard? Of course, Wraith King again. Sorry guys, what are we watching? Ah, what a great game. Who's missing for level 25? Mirana even has it, so it's just Lich, right? It's just Lich, man. I mean, this feels bad for Happy Durara. All your friends are growing and you're just staying short, but you're almost there, buddy. Almost at level 25, and then you get your beautiful Frost Shield provides plus 60 HP regen. Oh, they caught him with the arrow. They're like, oh, maybe we could go on the Lich, but you don't care. It's a Lich. He's useless. Who has buyback? Not Palantimos, which is all that matters. Shadow Demon does have buyback though, which is very important actually. Constantly spam those arrows. Oh, the Wraith King! What? He didn't even have a chance to blink. Wraith King is down. He's not the refresher though. SD is also taken away. That's not good. They have to get away. They have to get away. They can't fight this any further. They lost the SD. Without Shadow Demon, you lose. Luckily, FNG creates some space for them. He has the buyback. He's fine. But they have to retreat. Your true carry is FNG right now. You cannot play without him. And J178, they can breathe anew because the more time they have, the more time until Palantimos buyback is active again. And that is all that matters. Nope, my game is starting to lag. My Dota is starting to say, we were not programmed for games this long. Look at that Battle Hunger. How fast it just clears the creep waves. Only one Axe missing. We have Moonshard on the Invoker, I think. Oh no, he doesn't have Moonshard yet, but he could. I don't know what he's waiting for, honestly. You have 14k gold. What? Look at the current gold. 14k gold. Buy a Moonshard or buy it for the Mirana. I don't care. What else are you waiting for? Wow, 14k gold and not upgrading your Boots of Travel is definition of stingy GPK. Okay, buddy? Spend your gold. Ah, they tried to catch him. I don't know what that was. Scythe of Vice. Yeah. Scythe of Vice to try to surprise him. Didn't work. Oh, I love this technique. Use the gem to get vision of the high ground. Genius. This is the high ground things. Yeah, Bignum, you know, buddy. Alright. Are we missing anything on this other side? Mag is trying to go for the PKB. That might help. Yeah, this game is between the first and second guys in the CIS qualifiers, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. So, top is Gambit and second is 178. So, yes, there's points on the line and points are important, but you know what the most important thing that you can put on the line is? Pride. You get to win this, you get to say you're the best in the CIS qualifiers. What else do you want? Seriously. Because then, when you get to talk to them later, because of course if you win the qualifiers it's great, but you know what's more important? When you get to gloat about them, where you get to brag and you let Palantimos remember that time you were beating us with CK and I schooled you? Yeah. That lasts forever. The sense of arrogance never goes away. Oh! Oh, the arrow! Oh, that arrow could actually work! They go in, they silence him, they hex him! But it's just pig versus pig fight now. They disrupt him, BKB for Dream, he has to get away. Another beautiful arrow! They can stop him, Palantimos in trouble, he has to use Titanic. No, he's just healing back normally. His BKB's finally gone. He uses the Phantasm. They want to kill this Wraithing completely. He has a Refresher Shard now on his inventory. They say him with Disruption, just trying to gain more time for Dream to get a second reincarnation. Honestly, just stop trying. Palantimos will not die. An RP from behind though. That's FNG. That's the carry. Take him down. Without FNG, what are you meant to do? He has no Disruption just yet. He just needs to walk in, but he's Nether Toxin. He can't use Disruption. He's just gonna go down without using it. Unfortunately, this team fight's over for you guys, but Dream still wants to fight this. He has the reincarnation still available. Oh no, he's not available. Not available right now. Sorry. Gonna catch the CK again with a tornado. Can they finally kill Palantimos? They are able to, but he has the buyback finally ready. FNG is back. They are finishing this now. Gambit is tired of this game. They're gonna continue. Balls to the wall. They forced the buyback for Palantimos. But is that all they could muster? We'll see now. They're waiting for the Wraithing. He's coming back as well. I think he TP'd and Boots of Travel back. Yep. There we go. Dream goes in against Palantimos. Deafening Blast gives him space. Dream, keep hitting. He wants to heal back up, but he can't. He goes down. That's his first reincarnation. Gone. He doesn't have the refresher anymore. A beautiful RPM to 2, but doesn't catch Dream, and Dream has only one up to the Palantimos, but he stopped the Lich, catching him entirely, and now Palantimos in trouble. He might actually die twice in this team fight. They're gonna get it. A last tornado. Saves for the arrows. The Chain Frost still bouncing though, and that stops Dream. Dream can simply not murder this CK. Someone catch him. They use Scepter him. They do everything. They just need to bash him one last time. His illusions will finish the job, and they do it. It's FNG. They take him down. Palantimos is gone. Down for the count. 2 minutes without your god. Sure, you've killed everyone in Gambit, but they don't care. They've killed the one person you believed in. They've destroyed your hopes, your dreams. They've taken away the love of your life, Palantimos. The one main pillar that was holding your team together. Without him, how are you meant to defend? It's time for the Magnus, for the Cardo, for the Lich. Bignum, you have to step up. 19 seconds to that Will-O-Wisp. But Gambit, they're not going to wait for your Will-O-Wisp. They are going to win this game now. Illuminate all you want, Coddle. He is not afraid. Look at GPK controlling them, keeping them in base. In fact, Lich might already be dead. He never will reach. Oh, he will reach level 25, but just barely do nothing with it. Oh, another Force Staff. This is the dynamic for Happy Turin, but who cares? It's not about him. It's about this Ancient. Viper back in 6 seconds. Will isn't committed, but GPK is committing to this Ancient, and they might just be able to do it. Gambit will actually come back in this game. They do it! They take the game against 178, 80 minutes in! Gambit Esports! They squeeze in the hardest victory of these qualifiers! What a game, Gambit! I can't believe they did it! FNG, you god! Oh my god! Okay. That was sorry. That was fantastic by Gambit. I lost my voice there because it was such a fantastic game. What else is there to say about this comeback? Just Gambit. This is why they're still top in their groups. Very well deserved. And with this, guys, we will be moving on to the next game. There's actually might be a scheduled change, but we're going to talk about this in the backline, so we'll see. My name's been DSwordfish. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Hope you enjoyed the game. It's been a pleasure casting for you guys. Sorry I lost my voice towards the end. I got a bit too excited. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys with the next game of the day soon. Enjoy some tunes while we wait.